Second, Grant, we got to unmute you. There we go. Thank you, Grant.
Repeat that, please.
Yeah, you guys are playing great basketball right now and doing a lot of different things well. But if you had to pinpoint one or two things that have really kind of driven the success of late of this team, what are one or two things that comes to mind?
Defense and just taking care of the ball, making sure we get the right shots on offense. I feel like we're the best defense in the half court in the league. I think we were top 4 in the past 15 games or whatever it is in transition. So just setting our defense, make sure teams have to score on us rather than getting easy open looks. And offensively, we've done a great job of sharing the ball, getting wide open looks, and also it allows us to set our defense by doing that. If we turn the ball over with live turnovers and stuff like that, it makes it harder. And teams like we play more coming up, Charlotte takes advantage of that transition team. Teams we played in the past, like Brooklyn, those guys do as well. Atlanta, a great transition team. So we've done a better job of not only just taking care of the ball, but also honing in on what we do great.
And for you, Grant, we've talked about just your improved shooting this season at career high levels on almost every metric. Are you noticing, if at all, teams viewing you a little bit different defensively? I mean, are you getting a sense that you're starting to get a little bit more attention, or is it same old, same old?
Oh yeah, a little bit. Just different looks. Teams run you off harder now than they used to. They're trying to get you. They don't leave you open as much as they did. So for me, it's just a matter of making the right decision, making the right reads, and creating opportunities for other guys if I don't have a shot myself. So I think that threat allows a lot of guys to have opportunity to get good looks. So I'm just out there to do my job of not only spacing the floor, but also when I don't have a shot, being able to make the right read and kick it out to open shooters.
Grant, this after beating Memphis and beating Brooklyn, you guys are really on a high. This kind of brings you into sort of letdown territory. How do you guys avoid going into Charlotte and Detroit and kind of having a tougher start, and maybe not playing up to the way you guys have played the past couple of games?
I always say that you can't ride highs and lows. And even now, we don't view any team as higher than the other. So we just have to do our best job of not only just honing on what we do well, understanding that no matter who we're playing, we're doing those things. Charlotte, Detroit, no matter who you put in front of us, we're going to go out there and be who we are and accomplish the things that we want to accomplish. And that sets us up for later in the year, going into the postseason. And this is where it starts. We have to be able to not enjoy reading the headlines of us beating this team or that team. We have to really focus in on just enjoying the process and enjoying the day of winning each game and valuing them, every single one, as a metric on the board.
And Ime has settled on basically an 8-man rotation. You're one of the 8. And how do you does that add any sort of pressure? Do you feel any sort of like, okay, I'm one of the few guys here that's playing down the stretch? Do you feel any sort of extra to perform or anything extra there?
Not really. It's just trust. He trusts you as much as you trust him. So those 8 guys, no matter who they are, he's going to do whatever it takes for us to win. And I think that's the mentality this team has. No matter who's playing in that 8, we're all supporting them, and we're wanting and understanding that our ultimate goal is to win every single game, no matter who's out there doing it. So it's really just a different mentality of being able to say, like, this is a championship mentality of just saying each game outcome is what we're focused on, not statistics, not the glitz or glamour. We're focused on really just the grit of the win.
And you mentioned trust. You trust him. He trusts you. What has Ime done to earn your trust?
He's just been very vocal, been very direct. He's been a coach that holds everybody to his highest standard no matter what. He honestly breaks down every single point of our game, whether it's defense, offense, and saying that, yeah, we're doing this well, but guess what? We're worse in the rebounding. We're doing this well, but we need to be better here. And he's not just challenging us, but he's challenging the group as a whole to be better, and he challenges us to hold each other accountable as well. So as much as he'll get on you and next, he'll be like, what did I do this time? You'll be able to talk to him still. And he won't hold anything against you. And that's something that a great head coach does.
Thanks.
Are we doing any Zoom questions or are we done? Oh.
Yep, got a couple Zoom questions. Hey, Grant, first from Mark Murphy, please.
Hey, Grant, you guys have been dominant in the early in the third quarter and also in the fourth when it's time to put a team away. What do you see as the change in just the mental approach with you guys from earlier in the year?
Honestly, it's just focusing on the details. We've done a great job of understanding what we're trying to accomplish and what we need to get into at late game situations. We better reads, better flow, better understanding of your teammates, and that's kind of how it kind of just makes you more comfortable out there when you know a certain guys are going to be in a certain spot, or you know if you're ever in a tough position, someone's there to bail you out or help you out. That breeds confidence, and I think that's what we've done a better job of, especially on defensive end. When a guy makes rotation, the second guy's behind him. You know, offense, if you have a wide open shot, some guys, all guys pass it up for the great shot. And so it's good to great rather than just settling for the good. And that's what's super important for this team. And we've just kind of embraced it.
Bobby Manning.
Hey, Grant, I'm curious at halftime. Ime talks a lot about showing film. I think you mentioned Marcus had some words there in one of the halftimes this week. What does halftime kind of look like for you guys? Are you all kind of watching the big screen, breaking down film together? Are you talking individually on the iPads? Like, what does it look like at halftime when you guys are making adjustments?
Mostly big screen, whether it's our adjustment or game plan, understanding that what we are trying to accomplish in the game, what we have done well, what we haven't. Some things that we show breakdowns and understand, like, if we didn't break down here, these guys wouldn't have these 4 points or 6 points because it led to this after. So, like, things of that nature where we really can hold teams to numbers that they aren't used to or don't even know, and the shots that they don't want to take. So most of it is just trying to show us the reads that are there rather than the reads that we made at the time. So then we go into the second half understanding that, hey, this read that we made in the first half, we now know it's not going to be there and we can make the second one.
Thank you very much for your time, Grant. We'll wrap it
Thank
up
you.
right there.